I were the devil, if I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree, thee. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing. Paul Harvey. Good day.
Good afternoon.
All right.
Christine Sable, I think I'm going to probably murder that last name. Paul Harvey was my neighbor growing up. That is awesome.
Yeah,
Paul Harvey's one of the greatest.
That is cool.
He wasn't too far off, though, was he, fellas?
No, and that was way back in, what, 1965 or...
If I was the devil, I'd just keep on doing what I'm doing.
Seems like he has done what he was doing, plus ramped it up a bit.
Quite a bit.
We were just talking about, kind of watching the one video I went over, Satanists is at Capitol buildings, and...
That one kind of blew me away.
Yeah.
They're out there trying to take down the Ten Commandments.
Well,
they are.
Well, they were trying to place that
Next
one
to
statue next to it.
What's his name? The devil? I can't pronounce it. The statue.
Baphomet.
Baphomet.
Yep.
Yeah. So you got this group of people going around praising and worshiping this statue, and the same ones taking down statues, history statues, and Ten Commandment statues, and anything that says God or Christ. I don't see them burning their dollars, though. Well, in God we trust, you know.
They're taking those down, but putting up a statue of the devil with sitting in front of a pentagram in front of the Arkansas. What was it? The Capitol building in Arkansas.
Yes.
It's a traveling statue, so it's not something permanent. But
well, they were trying to get it to be sat there permanently.
150 people were at that rally supporting it.
A free speech rally is what it was. Isn't that what it said?
Yeah. Yeah, and I seen where the heck were we? We were traveling not too long ago, where the Satanic Temple local satanic temples are getting the blue signs on the side of the highway. You know, the satanic temple, local
talking about
satanic,
taking care of this
adopted the
highway.
highway for clean. Well, good for them for cleaning up the highway, but oh my lord, governmental signs with Satan on them.
Well, that's when we get down to the old Constitution and what's, you know, since we fight for it all, it's kind of hard to say I like all free speech except for their free speech,
Right.
or, you know.
Kind of like you always say, I'm for everything, you know, or removing things, federal spending, as long as you don't take from me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All of a sudden, once it affects you, you know, we were talking about somebody like that. They were all for everything we were doing, but then when an ice age or a ice facility was going to open up, and he's like, "That's going to ruin my life." I was like, "How are you illegal?" He's like, "No, but a lot of the people I work with are, so I'm going to have to do a lot more work."
Yeah. Damn it, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Now I have to work 3 times as hard.
I was like, "Well, then they'll pay you probably a lot more." He's like, "No, they won't." And I was like, "Well, then get a new job." Oh, sure.
Connie Kendall says, I think Connie's trying to tell us, Connie Kendall, in front of the Denver airport. I'm assuming that she's saying that there's the Satan statue in front of the Denver airport.
Is that where it's at now? It's a traveling, right? Weren't we saying that it was a traveling?
They said it was traveling.
piece?
They wanted to try to get it permanent. Excuse me.
Looking for a permanent home,
Right, and then that's what they said. The what was it? The Supreme Court
Yes.
denied them because it was the separation of.
Yeah, they already have separation of church and state
Right.
in most of these places. That's how.
That's the only reason that it wouldn't be sat there. That's why they moved it to Arkansas, and apparently now is that if that's what she's meaning, now it's sitting in front of Denver's airport.
Okay.
Here's
check
one.
that out. I'll check it up.
The one I got for the Denver airport is the devil horse sculpture. Gonna stay in front of the airport. I don't even know what the devil horse is, but
It's
kind of a
that's
cool
the white
looking
horse,
one.
isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe that's what
Man that rode in on a white horse.
Johnny Cash was always singing about.
Behold a pale white horse.
Upon a white horse.
Behold a pale white horse.
So what's up, guys? It's Friday.
Friday.
Questions?
All right, here we are. I got a little article up on it, folks. If you look up on that screen up there, let me.
Despite criticism, Denver airport's devil horse sculpture likely to stay.
There it is,
Wow.
in all its not glory.
Red-eyed blue Bronco.
After 5 years of either creeping out, intriguing, or delighting travelers, the devil horse. So wow, it's been there for a while. It's
Kind of a neat-looking statue, but I don't know what it represents yet. I'm going to Google it.
Some
Benjamin
find the
calls it
32-foot, 9,000-pound statue creepy, while others say it gets people talking about art.
Well, it's a blue Bronco with red eyes, but what does it represent?
Yeah.
Or is
yeah.
it just a statue? Is it just somebody's imagination?
Somebody else put meaning to it. I mean, I don't know.
The only way it makes sense to me is if it was in front of Boise State's football stadium.
What do you guys think here? Trump savagely roasts Biden with the video, that one that we watched, where Biden is, what did Biden do? Come out with the kind of an acceptance of, okay, so you guys are seeing a lot of video of me touching and groping and coming in to kiss people, and I can change. Give me time.
Right.
I'm learning. I'm new at this.
Not much of an apology other than a misunderstanding.
Times have changed type thing like that was totally acceptable for a long time.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't know so many was against it. It's.
Oh, man.
Felt like it was.
But yeah, Trump reposted a video of Biden creeping up on himself.
Yeah, that was. That was
Oh my
great.
gosh, Lisa Miller. Now this is kind of creepy about the blue statue. So this is something we're all going to learn together. Lisa says, and I'm going to take her word on it, and I'll Google's it and find out for sure. But the statue fell on the guy that was making it and killed him. His son had to finish it.
Wait a minute. Where is she at? What's her name?
Lisa Miller, big L, red L right there, and then Grandpa C says, "Yup."
Killed his designer. Carries his hand.
It's a satanic globalist headquarters for the tribulation, the Denver airport.
Lisa Miller. Is that the one that says they sacrifice the children to him today, just like they did back in the Old Testament?
It's kind of creepy that it would fall on the guy that was sculpting it and making it and kill him.
It fell on the guy making it and killed him. His son had to finish it.
right.
Wow. So that horse has already got one murder under its belt. How many more before we need to?
Yeah, they say it's called, the name of it's called Blucifer.
Blucifer.
That's even, I mean, come on.
Jeez.
Come on. How much more blatant can you put it out there in front of everybody?
Well, if it's Blucifer, tear it down.
Blucifer. Kind of a Mustang is sort of a bizarro Mr. Ed. It's a bizarro Mr. Ed.
Patty asks if any of us have been to the Denver International Airport. Not in a while, but there was, for years I was traveling. I've been to the airport several times.
Yeah,
I don't
too.
remember seeing the Blue Horse, but I haven't been there.
There's
I
lots
haven't
of
been there
other
in like 4
crazy
years.
things inside of there too, like the artwork on the wall that shows people in like chem suits, chemical warfare suits, and
Inside the
children
airport?
burning. You've never seen all that? Oh man!
Inside of it?
Oh yeah! Now
guess-
I'll pull
maybe
that.
I've never
up.
paid attention.
Yeah.
Well, I remember
Denver
watching a documentary when they were building that airport about. They thought that it was really weird. They were building like all this underground structure underneath it, and everybody's wondering what it was for. Like, I mean, I'd never seen the result behind that of what it actually was.
Connie's also saying child trafficking through the tunnels under the airport.
Okay, yeah. See there.
Okay, here we go. I got it up on the.
Let's all meet at the Denver airport and
Look.
just
I'll show you. This is pictures from inside. I'll click on a few. Oops, down here.
ransack the place. Just start doing it.
These are just murals they have painted up on their walls.
Randomly on the wall there.
I remember it being a very bright airport.
I haven't been there in ages though.
Okay, that one's not.
So they're promoting peace, right there. I don't know. These are probably murals and things you have to look very close, and it actually means something else. Here,
that
you
the-
might think that
is
they're
that
trying
the-
to say world peace, but
What's that laying on the ground? It's like a statue on the
dead
bottom?
child. That's a dead child.
Hold on.
Almost looks like a crumbled
Statue of Liberty. for Christ's sake.
Soviet Union symbol.
Where's
Very colorful, anyway.
Oh yeah.
They have been talking.
Here we go. Look at this
Yeah.
one.
What is that? That's a Soviet Union.
Look at that one.
Well, yeah. I'm not an art
Look at that
major.
guy.
What's
He's
he
got
trying?
a mask on with a gun and a blade, a sword, a kid's down here.
And look at the buildings behind him, all crumbled, and looks like World War II.
Does anybody understand art? Can anybody try to translate what these artists or artists? I mean, I don't know much about this. I definitely going to want to read up on it now. Does anybody have any information on who did this, why, what it means?
Oh yeah.
Well, can't you, see who the artist was, or is it one? Is it one single artist, or is it numerous artists?
Thought there was a.
It's all symbolism, obviously. One of the murals shows the kids of all nations giving their guns to the
To the Nazi.
Nazi kid. I don't think they meant to say that. Giving their guns to the Nazis.
Was that this one?
Oh, I couldn't really see.
Crystal Cooper says they're literally trying to talk about or explain about the apocalypse.
They got the two birds of
Well, see, that's what I was. What
two
is that?
doves, and this is that guy in the gun.
And holding the gun, he's on the ground.
Looks like
To me, it looks like the green machete guy is crumbled under the LGBTQ rainbow guy.
Sheesh.
Anyway, so, wow. It kind of
this-
caught me off guard
This
there.
is where they say they got the underground railroad. Not
tunnel,
railroad,
yeah,
but the
well-
underground.
Trafficking tunnels.
Yeah.
I mean.
All right,
for
so here
lack
we
of
go.
a better term.
This is look, Denver International Airport.
They got the compass and square there.
The Most Worshipful Prince Hall, Grand Lodge, Colorado, March 19th of 94. And here's the funny thing. Look underneath this, Scott. New World Airport Mission.
Oh, New World Order.
Heck, man.
I think we're on to something. Who all wants to meet? I don't know. They probably I don't want to go underneath there. We may never come back out. But
Oh, yeah.
It's the
when they built that, they talked about how much dirt they moved for just building an airport. Like, well, they were building buildings.
Well, there was a documentary that I watched about it. Like they wouldn't let him close enough to see.
Jesse Ventura.
Was it Ventura?
Did that hour long.
Okay.
Yeah, he went there and looked at all. This was where I ever first saw it.
It's the headquarters for the Illuminati. Lots of info about it. They laugh about it because it's so unbelievable. Well, usually when they throw it right in front of your face, it's because they're so ballsy. They're kind of like Uncle Joe.
I think my microphone's getting real weak. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
I can hear you because I'm sitting next to you.
All right.
Yes, he is.
I suppose I'm going to have to do some research and dig up some things on that, and I'll be able to be more informed. We did see in the headlines today, if anybody really cared, I'm going to sign off this one. I seen where Hollywood actors and actresses are threatening to ban Georgia if Georgia reverses the abortion law. I don't think anybody in Georgia really cares, but
No.
Rosie O'Donnell is one of them. I'm not going to go to Georgia anymore.
She was supposed to go to Canada.
She's supposed to do a lot of things.
Wasn't she supposed to be in Canada by now?
Was she one of them?
Her,
Rosie?
Matt Damon, and
Matt Damon left. He did go to Australia, as far as I know. I mean,
but he still has dual citizenship, doesn't he?
I think he did.
Well, of course he does, so he can come back and make millions of dollars off of us. That's kind of.
I think
that's a little bit of. I can hear you just fine. Oh, now I just lost you altogether.
Let me turn it off.
So Mike's got some technical difficulties, so we'll see if
battery?
we can.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
Ramble on for a minute. I'll just kind of talk with you all while Mike's trying to get his stuff back together. My uncle lives in Colorado, is an airport all the time. Asked him about it, and he said he never noticed. Huh.
What's that? Was it blue?
Hey, Amy, the mod's in. What's up, Patriots? Hello, Amy. Thanks for all the help. There was a lot of Q activity at the campaign rally last night. It seems Q has shut up a little bit.
There was a rally last night?
Yeah. Anyway, so the abortion in Georgia, that sounds like the state legislature in Georgia is considering or trying to overturn it. And that's got some Hollywood people upset, so they're just going to avoid Georgia if this takes place.
They're trying to overturn it as in making it completely legal.
Illegal.
Illegal?
I don't think Georgians care. Maybe they do. I mean, if Rosie promises not to come to Indiana again, I will surely do whatever it takes to make that happen.
I mean, it's not like good. Yeah. Don't make frequent stops here.
All right, now I can hear. So, Patty C. Amen. Crystal Cooper in front of everybody, and nobody sees a thing. So, still planning a Freedom Fest, Mike? That'd be a good idea.
It would be sweet.
Well, I throw that annual July 4th party every year, so we
could start it there.
Oh, man.
We're talking about getting big enough to go to this, like, a venue, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Which venue?
Well, we're going to have to start small. I can't imagine. We have 150,000 followers.
We get, like, $1 from each of them to kick it off with. That's... We get a
good party. I bet we could get some live coverage from the local news. I bet Fox, if we told Fox we were doing it, Fox would show up, and we'd all be like in a big circle, and they'd have a big
look
at all these Patriots. Boom, they drop a bomb on us.
Patriotic venues there, you know, like little John Cougar Mellencamp, maybe, you know.
Little John Cougar Mellencamp.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Maybe Crazy Ted, Uncle Ted.
Oh, you know the Nuge would be there.
If Nuge found out there was 150,000 of us, he'd come. Oh yeah.
Well,
and then again, they'd drop a bomb if they found out we were all in one area.
All right, so the donation is down below, folks. We'll kick that off for Freedom Fest.
We're serious, too.
2020 we go for? We do 2019. Is there enough time? That's up to you guys.
There's always time.
There's always time. For $1?
Honey, if you're listening, we throw parties all the time anyway, so it looks like I'm going to need enough meat for 100,000, maybe?
Enough meat for
an extra room in the backyard would be great.
We laugh, but it could happen.
Yes.
It would actually be pretty cool if it did happen.
That would be like pretty amazing, to be honest with you.
Even if we got 10% of our followers, that's still 15,000 people, right?
How many followers are?
If we do it, they would come. So FBI hides email records with CNN related to Roger Stone raid from the public. Did you guys hear about this? Remember how CNN was there at Roger Stone's before the police even showed up and the raid even kicked off? It was like they were waiting.
They got tipped, and nobody else was there.
They were waiting to get coverage of the actual raid.
I love Stone.
So the Federal Bureau of Investigation is stonewalling the public regarding possible collusion with CNN reporters before pulling their jackbooted raid of Roger Stone's home, arresting the elderly Trump associate with a show of force worthy of El Chapo. So please provide the email sent or received from the account from CNN domain, and they were kind of trying to stop that, stonewalling it. It looks like they're going to get them. So we also had some other signs that maybe somebody was doing that. It looks like, they got tipped off. Somebody. So he showed up at his house that morning. We were the only ones there, and lo and behold, the FBI agents showed up. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, lo and behold. What a coincidence.
It was a complete accident. Yeah.
I mean, how ridiculous does that even sound? What a coincidence! Just one day the FBI just showed up. And you happen to be there.
Cameron says he'll come to the party as long as we can promise it's not a sausage fest.
Oh no.
Yeah, well.
I gotta imagine.
I know Amy the mod will be there.
We can look at the kinetics in the background and find out: are we heavy male, heavy female? Are we close to?
Oh, we're right down the middle.
That's good. We don't have any 50-50. Unknowns.
No.
No unknowns.
No, pretty much.
Because I know Google and all the analytics, you can pick like one of 10 different things you might be that day. A unicorn or.
Amy mod keeps asking to make Simon Ellis a wrench.
He would make Simon a mod.
Simon Ellis.
Scott, tell Michael to wrench Simon. Well, if I read that fast enough and had enough to drink, I would think that you were trying to tell me to punch Simon. Well, we don't have a Simon. Okay, make him a mod. Keystone State, Pennsylvania. You're close enough. That's a 7-hour drive, probably. I've been all over that state. You could get to northern Indiana pretty quick. Oh, dude, how did I misspell that? Sorry. Did everybody decide on their gender already? Yeah. Well, apparently we're men and women in this room.
Weird.
I know that's a concept that
this blows my mind.
Welcome, new mods. All right, so
Indianapolis, Nicholas, sweet.
Indian Nicholas.
Yeah,
that's pretty close. That's a 2-hour drive up to where we're at. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying we have to do it in northern Indiana, but we'd have to raise a bunch of money to do it someplace else. So I don't.
No, it'll be really close in our neck of the woods. That's how it works, folks.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
We gotta do all the planning and all the running around.
I live right behind Potato Creek State Park here in northern Indiana, and they got 300 or almost 400 campsites. They got cabins there. There's lots of hotels in the area, so it could either be really affordable with a tent, camping.
Lake of the Woods would be cool. I mean, what?
There's no space over there for.
There isn't. Is there?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I mean, once it went over 1,000 people, my backyard would start getting pretty full.
Zeb's in Indianapolis, too.
There's certain places, you got like the grounds.
Maybe we'll create a poll or something and find out how many would come, and then we'll go from there. Because if we can't get, 500, then what are we doing? We throwing a Patriot party for 2 people? No.
It's got to be
on the weekends anyway.
It's got to be thousands, folks. It's got to be big.
That would be
great. Get the Legion involved, a couple of legions involved to be a joint venue.
That would be pretty.
You know how big we could explode.
I've been thinking this for 5 years, folks.
Man, the back behind the Legion? That's a huge area.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you try to do it at a Legion or something. Now, Mike and I might be able to get away with it and make it happen at my Legion or his Legion, but they're going to want to know what
percentage of
what's going on? What's your plan?
Yeah.
What's your agenda? We don't want.
That's why it's something that we'll do, and they can attach on to us, and we're going to let them know what they can do, what they can get away with.
How about at the border?
How about at the border?
Do it down at the border.
Yeah.
Well,
nice.
I don't want to be I don't want to be misidentified with somebody that doesn't belong here.
We want to
While we're
just gotta
sitting
think
here, I don't know. It's Friday, so thoughts. I mean, we're just going to ramble about maybe the Patriot Hour party for a little bit. There's a couple other things we'll get into, like the Second Amendment. Dustin and I were talking about on the way over here.
There's a big party in D.C. July 4th. We should try to go down there for that.
Well,
it's Trump's
little
party,
bit,
isn't it? Didn't somebody write that in the comments that Trump's throwing a big 4th of July party there in D.C.?
We should.
What scares me about announcing that is you're going to have hundreds of thousands of people that follow Trump right there, so opportune time to go ahead and do away with a whole bunch of Trump supporters.
But it also lets everybody else know, like, I mean, besides the Trump supporters being there, it gives you a time, place, and opportunity for a bunch of psychopaths.
Right, and you're saying it in months in advance, so they got plenty of time to plan out some kind of catastrophic. I don't know, I just never really been big on, hey, a bunch of us that you hate are going to be right here.
Yeah.
But then again, you know what? There's a bunch of us that you hate me right here.
I wonder if it's a public hanging party on July 4th. That would be great. That would be great. Family reunion, shaking my damn head. Is it something celebrating upcoming, blah, 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 border party, bring your guns? Yeah, we don't need a wall anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to have
We're having a border
Hour.
party. Bring your gun.
Patriot Hour.
Bring your own gun.
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
do.
BYOG.
Bring your own gun.
That I think that's the answer to the border security. Just get a long list of volunteers, a militia, and just every 2 weeks or so, it just cycles and the next group comes down. Trump said it's going to be huge. Anyhow, let's see.
Let's just talk to...
The Uncle Joe memes are quickly developing on the Facebook and the Twitter accounts and what. They're getting really good.
They're getting just absolutely so many of them.
So here's a safe space that somebody marked safe from Joe Biden sniffing my hair area. Kind of like there's safe places for children to go to.
Yeah.
This guy marked his house as a place for you to come and knowing in advance that
Robert
Joe Biden
Melendez.
will not sniff your hair.
We got Robert Melendez back in the room.
Oh, that's brutal.
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Amy, you're welcome. Welcome. Well, Robert Melendez. We got John Hook in here, family reunion. Simon Ellis.
Mikey played one earlier, and maybe I can convince him to play the video at the end of the show. It's not for the conservative mind. It's if you can find the humor in anything, it's worth watching. But if you don't like some vulgarity, it's not for you. But they really slam Nancy Pelosi hard in that one, and it's all about the grab them by the. Anyway, that one, I'm going to convince Mike to go ahead and end the show this afternoon with that one. And just watch it, stay on. You're going to laugh and you're going to spread it. I guarantee it. If all of you watch it, 99% of you are going to share it. It's hilarious.
It's all the voiceovers of a bunch of the South Park characters.
With bobbling heads.
Yeah.
And again, it's not for the conservative-minded, but we laughed our rear ends off. It was great. I actually thought you were doing that to start the show, and then
Yeah,
I was like, well, we just lost about half our viewers, maybe.
Yeah, whoops. I seen that.
Oh
Yeah,
boy,
be there in 5.
what can we ramble on about? It's Friday, so it's kind of open mic day.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, take questions if you can.
I was waiting for some questions. Didn't really see any pop up yet. Uncle Joe joined the Me Too movement. Not kidding. Jeez.
The what?
Companies are now shipping high magazine capacity mags to California.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
they found it unconstitutional.
They
and
overturned that high capacity mag ban, so now you can have 30-round mags.
Yep.
Well, I did read last night.
You still can't. Oh, sorry.
I did read last night where a couple of our members were saying, if you're going to ask us to ask questions, why don't you guys actually answer them or at least bring it up? So here's a couple. I asked for some questions, so shame on us yesterday. There were 4 of us, so it was difficult to just keep our heads. But we have one person, Crystal Cooper, saying Space Force ?
See if people can call in. You guys want to give them one of your numbers?
Yeah. Does anybody want to call in? I'm gonna put. Can we do that and just put it on speaker?
Yeah, you can put your phone up to the mic. I don't know. You might get
more
harassed on your phone as well.
Yeah.
Do
it. Give them your number and let's see how many phone calls you get.
I usually can be talked into it, but you almost had.
It's like that billboard that the son did to his father.
We'll get a throwaway phone, a burner phone, folks, for you guys to call.
Dana Finkler, I want to call in. Mike, how can I privately give her my phone number that she might want to call in?
Email. She'd have to email the Patriot Hour real quick, and then
do that.
It's like Missouri has banned all federal gun laws.
Patriot Hour 2018 at gmail.com is what she needs to email.
Patriot Hour
2018
at gmail.com.
And it's in the description below this video, I believe. Let me make sure.
Do you ever message?
I don't know that I can do that.
You can't. There's no.
I'm not savvy, because it's a private room, so I don't think we can just touch each other.
Whoops.
We're not biting each other,
Yeah, you can't bite in everybody.
Yeah, let me make sure here.
So did you get that?
It's Patriot Hour, not though. It's just Patriot Hour 2018 all together. Patriot Hour 2018 at gmail.com. And
she said she just emailed you.
Okay.
So if she did.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, thank you, Amy. Amy just put it up there too.
Jem, is it Navy wife? Wait.
No. I had Dana Finkler. She probably sent it to the. So try it again. Follow.
I can put it down in the.
Follow Amy's guidance right there. She gave you the right one.
Yeah, she posted it. I can post it in the chat too. New tab.
Yeah, Amy posted it, but
As soon as that pops up.
Oh,
she wants me to call her?
Yeah, do it.
I guess I can try that. Keep that number up because I can't. Here we go. We're going to try. Might as well try. What the hell? What is it?
337.
Shh, don't say that out loud now.
Yeah, who cares?
All right, we're going to try you. I don't know how this is going to work. This is Dana. Is it Dana?
Dana.
You're going to put it on. How do we do that?
Speakerphone?
Gosh, we're so behind in technology.
I don't know if you need to put it on speaker, but don't have it real loud.
Yeah?
Feedback from it?
I think, yeah, because I don't have the stuff.
All right, let's try it. I'm ringing it. Whatever.
You're just going to hold it to his speaker maybe, or yours? Yeah, see, I can already hear it.
Can you hear that
But
ringing?
you want to put it a little closer.
Can everybody else hear it ringing?
I'll do it.
All right, you do it.
Hey, brothers.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, amazing. I've been trying to get a hold of you guys so fucking hard. So
Whoa, with the
I want you
F-bomb
guys
on a
to come
Friday.
up,
Whoa. What?
to Michigan, August 10th, to do a podcast with April Danger. He's flying out on his own dime, and he's coming to do it for an event for me.
Oh, wow. Nice. I like that's.
And I wanted to include you. You guys. You guys got talking about all these parties, so it was a perfect time to call in today and talk about this kind of thing. Basically, all I'm doing, dude, is I'm starting a journalism scholarship for a student up at our local school here at Sparta Area Schools, and then I'm doing a pizza party for all the special education kids in our area.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
That's all I'm trying to do, man. Just something cool with that. And I'm working on Step 8 in recovery, reaching out to those I've affected. I'm getting my life together, man. Just got my license back. Just got a 40-hour job. Working at a golf course. Just got back into school. Life is really good. I listen to you guys every single day, and you guys give me hope for this life, man.
Oh,
nice,
my
brother.
God.
Here, take that to your phone.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do Step 8 recovery and bring everyone to me. And I'm having a podcast. I'm having live comedians, and I'm having some bands play, and we're just going to raise, I don't know how to do all this yet, so I still need some help, but I'm basically just going to raise some money and throw a pizza party and maybe take these kids to Disneyland, dude. Like, let's do it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I love the idea behind all, like, completely. That's awesome. That's amazing.
So where at in Michigan is this going to be held?
Yeah, Michigan, Grand Rapids area.
Nice.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
that's right now. I mean, we
Find a way
can.
to make it.
That's literally an hour and 20 minutes.
Make it up. I can work it out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not far away from us at all.
Definitely email me. It's just
I already emailed you, dude. Patriot Hour 2018. I sent you a
Yep.
thing. And I
Glenn Hansco?
On that one.
Glenn Hansco. Is that it, Glenn?
No, I think
I
it.
can't hear you.
No, it's Dana, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Dana.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you said you just sent the all the information to that
I
event.
sent the email yesterday.
Okay.
DanaFinkler420@gmail.com.
I did see that. I seen it. I got it right here. Be the hero of your own story, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, be the hero of your own story.
Can you
All right.
can you give us a and I don't want to take too much of your time or take too much of the show's time, but I'm
Yeah,
curious what you let in with, and I don't know if we all caught it right away or what. Can you give us like
Okay.
a 60-second commercial of what you were trying to say? Your life was in a bad spot, now you're in a good spot. Can you?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. My life, I was drinking my life away. I drank 10 years of my life away, man, and I'm finally getting it together. And I'm just changing everything, dude. If you watch that Be the Hero of Your Own Story on Joe Rogan, that video is motivating me. If you see David Goggins, man, that guy is taking souls. Go look up that YouTube video. Dude, I'm just a guy trying to change his life and ask the world for peace, man. And the podcast would be a huge thing for me, and it would mean the world to me. That's about it. We'll get more together because I'm going to be on a podcast with Abel Danger here really soon. It's a work in progress, but you guys answering this phone call today means everything. It means to get the ball rolling on all this.
That's awesome.
All right,
I
brother.
appreciate you guys.
Well done, man.
Congratulations,
Well
man.
done.
All
Well
right,
done.
keep hard charging, brother, and
All right,
Godspeed.
now I'm going to tune back in and listen to you guys.
All right. God
All right.
bless, man.
Godspeed to you, brother. All right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, what?
Now
That was
I
I
cool.
got some goosebumps.
did. I got some chills. That was thanks, Dana, for calling in, man. Appreciate it.
That's humbling. We just made we had a positive impact on one person, so that's
That's a start.
that caught me off guard.
Again,
I'm glad I only have half a beer. If I was too deep into it, I'd be crying like a baby right now.
Dang it! I meant to record this so I could have it, but I didn't.
I don't even see anybody following. Damn it! I'm off the.
Oh, everybody's talking.
What's going on? What do you guys? That's just great.
Pull that back up there. There it is.
Awesome story. So yeah, Grand Rapids is Dana. We're going to read up on that email. We'll put that on our calendar. We'll be in touch with you. That's not too far up the road from us, actually. It's southwestern Michigan.
What?
Yeah.
Well, maybe an hour and 45 minutes.
We're actually going to be in. Dustin and I are going to be up Southwest Michigan tomorrow. We got a big softball tournament in the Benton Harbor area.
Yeah.
We're going to be all over southern Michigan this summer with our travel team, so this is not out of the realm of possibilities to get up there.
If you're even close and you're next to Benton Harbor, come on over and say hi.
Yeah, at the tournament we're going to tomorrow, apparently they have a bar and grill just outside the left field gate. So I've been up there a couple of years ago. I don't really remember exactly where it's at, but it's nearby. Congratulations, Dana, on getting your life back on track. God is so
Yes.
good. God is good.
Yeah.
Positive thinking with positive people, and anything's possible. Jeez, that is.
I love looking at all the comments here after that story. That how many people are just that love the story as well, just as much as we do.
Sure.
Okay, there we go.
John,
I don't
I can
know
play
what
left.
I can play left. Well, that's his responsibility most of the time in tournament play. Congratulations to you. Everybody's supporting him. That's
I know,
great.
man, that is. I like being involved in a large group of people with the same mindset.
Anybody else? Shoot, I don't know if you can top that, but if anybody wants to call in and share anything or talk or just ramble, we're all for it.
Yeah, it's Friday. Come on.
It's Friday, free flow.
That's right. It's Friday night.
Glad it rained today.
Party on the west side.
So apparently Frederick, he says, it's glad it rained today and got off early so I can catch you guys live. So apparently you work outdoors. When it rains, I still have to work.
Tribunals.
Yeah.
That is great.
I can't
See, now my phone's blowing up. I wonder if that's him. That's not him. I'm getting all kinds of... I got a zillion baby pictures being texted to me all of a sudden.
What? Let me see.
I don't know. I gotta be real careful about what I say right now because I think somebody got the wrong number.
Yes, Frederick, Construction Life for sure. Is it? Better hope it's not your wife. Wait, what?
Oh, this is Dana.
Oh, no kidding.
He's showing. Okay, he's sharing some information. Oh my gosh, brother, I have to look at this. Yeah, I see that now. This is baby pictures of, I'm assuming, you in '88, 1 pound 11.5 ounce. Oh my God, man, you were under 2 pounds when you were born. I'm gonna assume you just had some rough happenings in your life and recently you've decided to... Wow. I got to quit looking at these, Dana. I'll look at these later and respond back to you. Jeez.
Lori M. Yes, we've been doing a few shows. We did one yesterday, live, and today. So it's been a while, but yeah, a couple in the last 24 hours. So
seen a couple questions about they were wondering or wanted maybe to discuss more in depth about the envelopes at
that were handed out. Yeah, don't.
Funeral.
You guys heard anything new on that?
I
We're
haven't,
still looking.
and I've been waiting.
We don't know, folks. It's just speculation.
They may never talk about it again, because it happened so damn long ago. I was just watching late last night a particular channel, and they were mentioning the 3 politicians. It's almost like some of these people that run these news shows watch the Patriot Hour, and it gives them new... how many times have we talked about something and like a week or two later, the main media is talking about it, Mike,
yes.
Like trying to be humble, but real irritated that they didn't give us any credit for it. But so last night, there was one of the shows they were talking about the 3 politicians from Virginia that all of a sudden nobody really cares about, So I thought that was kind of interesting that it wasn't 6 hours prior to that we were talking about it. It's like...
Right.
I do believe they're getting their information from the Patriot Hour.
Me too. I'm not sure.
Well, why not have somebody else do all the groundwork?
Question about Q. What do you think Q meant by the grid is protected by a black eye?
I mean, that's...
You guys want to take a 5-minute break here, and we'll keep it to 5, folks. Maybe 6 minutes.
We'll burn one real quick, and I mean cigarette.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a smoker.
We'll be back, and we'll finish this up. We'll go another 15, 20 minutes. That'll give us about an hour of the show. We'll go another 15 or whatever.
Do you dare play that one video?
I'm going to still play at the end. I don't know copyright issue on that either. I don't want to get this channel shut down. But I will play some the audio and play some of the visual, which is awesome. But we'll play it. All
right, we'll go over some of these questions, do a quick 5-minute garage talk, and gather our thoughts, come back and steamroll it here. See you in a minute.
Enjoy.
That caught me off guard, man. Just sent me all this premature baby picture. Yes, he's trying to get out there and shit.
Q-Post 3164 came on 22nd of March at 10:22 p.m. FISA D-Class is coming. 3165, They, in the brackets, meaning the deep state, thought that the Mueller report conclusion was coming last Friday. Ammunition spent. Q. 3166 is a mobile Twitter link to Lisa May 62. This is the unraveling of the biggest scandal in U.S. history. Devin Nunes, let's listen in.
2016. And their anger, fury in getting that election wrong made a lot of them at least jump to wild conclusions about Trump and Russia, especially voices over at MSNBC. Let's take a walk down memory lane.
We're about to find out if the new president of our country is going to do what Russia wants. Whether or not Russia had help, whether they had Confederates inside the Trump campaign when they launched this attack. The presidency is effectively a Russian op, right? If the American presidency right now is the product of collusion between the Russian intelligence services and an American campaign, I mean, that is so profoundly big. This is not, partisan warfare between Republicans and Democrats. This is international warfare against our country.
No hyperbole there. Joining me now from the World Ag Expo, Congressman Devin Nunes, Ranking Member of the House Intel Committee, Byron York, Chief Political Correspondent for the Washington Examiner, Fox News contributor. Congressman, any indication when your committee could get its hands on this report?
My guess is it's probably going to be next week at some point. We have no idea what's in there, of course, but I think what you're seeing tonight, Laura, is the unraveling of the biggest scandal in American history, the biggest political scandal in American history. I really believe what that is. I listened a little bit ago to what you were saying about the history of this, and I think people need to remember this actually likely dates back to late 2015, early 2016, and this began nothing more, nothing less than a Clinton-Obama operation with a bunch of dirty cops at the FBI and career Justice Department officials that were all part of it.
And Carter Page got wrapped up in this. He's, hundreds of thousands of dollars of legal bills. Roger Stone could go away for the rest of his life. Obviously Manafort and everything he went through.
Q-Post 3167 came on the 23rd of March at 5:13 a.m. QAnon is the number 2 attack target by fake news media, POTUS being the first. We got a Newsweek article here. Fox News reporter quotes tweet from QAnon-related account on air. Cool. They're covering our movement. We are now the news for sure. The simple fact that this made the news, multiply articles, should tell you all you need to know. Number 2, regarding attack. Post-tracking sites now censoring, adjusting visitor counts. Panic. Q. 3168 came at 5:25 a.m. earlier this morning on the 23rd of March. Got the anonymous post of Acosta, Maddow, and Matthews here with a link for a Fox News article. The highlight out of that article was the mainstream media seemed to suffer a collective shock Friday evening after the Office of Special Counsel Robert Mueller handed its final report of Russia investigation to the DOJ, the Department of Justice. Q puts, their only defense is to play dumb, shocked and surprised to avoid collusion claims. Nobody walks away from this. Q. Q-Post 3169 came at 5:29 a.m. on the 23rd of March. We were witnessing the collapse of the largest pre-planned and coordinated propaganda event in modern-day history. Projection 101. Q.
interwebs.
One.
One yes. Two.
Write this down so I can follow along.
One yes.
One. You want to see him be conservative and be patient about it, or two, bullnosy? They can hear me? All right, good. We're back. Hey, I'm going to do a quick poll here. We just thought about doing something real simple. Get everybody's creative juices flowing. So Trump's going to the border. So here's a poll question, and you're going to respond with ones and twos. One meaning, are you concerned about it, and would you like to see Trump go about this conservatively, take his time, maybe not shut the border? And two meaning, you really don't care. It's time for us to toughen up a little bit, and you want to see that your commander-in-chief do something rash and strong like this. Now, remember, one means when you shut the border, it could economically affect you somehow. But two means, damn it, we're tired of all of this. Somebody needs to do something. So now is the time for you to click one, be conservative about closing the border, or two, go ahead and close it and show your strength.
So one is
take it easy, be conservative, maybe not close the border. Two is
your numbers are coming in.
Seeing a whole lot of twos.
Lots of twos. And if you got thoughts or look at this, holy smokes!
I like the reactions.
I don't think I've seen a one yet.
I haven't. Somebody made a good point right up there. First one, I think.
Holy
one of two said yeah
shoot.
because they locked up our Marine.
Here, check it out. I'm gonna make a card. I'm gonna look right here, down here. Poll.
I see that.
I'm making a poll.
Yeah.
Choice poll question. Do you
look at all the twos?
Support border security.
Illegals cost way more than
closing.
You know, and that brought up a question too earlier. I heard on the radio. You know, there was a poll question put out there on Facebook about why do you support all this, big business and low wages, and why can't you raise the wages and blah, blah, blah. And it's because the liberals have opened the borders and allowed cheap labor to come flooding into this country. So it's real hard to fight both of those. You can't ask for higher wages and still let millions and millions come in and steal the work. I mean, I'm not saying all immigrants are cheap labor, but we see it, not me because I'm not a roofer, but in the roofing industry, you see a lot of roofing companies competing against out of the country immigrants that, you know, it's a skill that they have, so they can come in and they're willing to do it for 1/3 the price. So you really can't be on both sides of that spectrum. You either have to say close the borders and get higher wages, or B, you're okay with capitalism and, you know, to the victor goes the spoils.
But also, what's that old adage that says good labor isn't cheap and cheap labor isn't good?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, I created a few cards, so if you guys check on your phone real quick, see if you're on the video and you just touch the video.
You just touch the video.
In the right-hand upper corner, there should be a circle.
Nope.
Let me see it.
You just touch
a green circle or something, or a white circle?
Yeah.
Oh, like up here with that?
Yeah, we'll touch it.
So touch this circle?
I'm not getting it. Here, see if you can figure it out.
You touch the circle.
So we still have twos. I don't believe I've seen any ones just yet. So the question for those of you that may or may not have been listening or, you know, jumped in a little bit late, the poll question was 1 and 2. 1 meaning type 1 if you think Trump needs to be a little conservative about how he's going to handle this and don't jump the gun and be conservative about this situation, or 2 meaning be strong, be the first president and probably ever or almost ever that is going to fight for his people and just go ahead and close the border, although it will mean a little bit of a struggle for some people. The automotive industry, the agricultural industry, in my business, HVAC, a lot of components come from Mexico. Mexico isn't my enemy by any means, but they have very strict immigration laws, and yet they're not. It's almost like they're intentionally funneling them. They're saying, well, you can't stay here, but we'll allow you access up to the United States. So I have a hard time with that.
But what is in all reality, what is Mexico's largest import that they bring to America?
Look, here's
Okay, so
that.
if you
Gotcha.
tap on the screen, it's going to bring up an I, right? A little lowercase I, and you
Gotcha.
tap on that, and it'll bring up the poll. So hit that poll, tap on your screen. You're going to see a little white I, lowercase y, I come up, and then you can answer that poll question. We tried to do it generically with ones and twos, but
Yeah, we could still do that. That's
Mike's
fun.
pretty smart, so he was able to do that on the fly. So that's pretty cool. He has my support. Make them pay taxes and no voting.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot more going on with the border than, oh my God, we're being overwhelmed by immigrants. It does come down to your political races. It comes down to labor. It comes down to taxes. It comes down to free stuff. It comes down to an ethnic catastrophic change in your society. I mean, the Europeans are seeing it with the Muslim takeover. I mean, I'm not saying we're not racist by any means, but this is not just one topic. It's not just, oh, that's the border, and we need to let innocent women and children in.
No, it's about border security. It's about securing our borders and protecting our populace.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, look at, like we were talking on the way
It's
here.
about being sovereign.
Right. Well, you didn't hear this because you weren't with us, but look at, there was a picture I seen. It was a graph. So it had Poland. And Poland has a no-tolerant immigration law at all.
All right.
Zero tolerance.
Zero
Yep.
tolerance.
Yep.
And if you look, there was none of these little red dots that showed any kind of a terrorist act inside their country. But around their country, I mean, just thousands of little red dots.
Really?
So how does that not make anybody else think that border security actually works?
Yeah, our new idea of us being, we're a couple hundred years in. We're supposed to be like kings. That's what we were talking about this yesterday. Mm-hmm. Not have taxes, and Trump keeps talking about tariffs. And we went over them numbers. Since it's easy for the government now just to tax men 4 months out of the year, roughly 4 months. That's why they always say by April 1st it just came. People are like, oh, I'm earning for myself now.
Correct.
From April 1st to the end of the year, because the first 4 months went to pay your tax bill. So they get that number of 4 trillion to be able to have, and Trump just started some tariffs in 2017, and the first couple he started, I read an article, and they're like, oh, look at his number. This is what the government has to operate off of. And without saying a lot, it was like, well, that's the number they get from all the people.
Correct.
Well, of course, it's like a give me. But Trump's was just billions, wasn't shaking the...
Wasn't accumulating it.
Yeah, well, it just
but
started,
it should.
but that's all they're supposed to have.
All these decades, we're supposed to be putting tariffs on things. So imagine how much monies that we would have had. And my biggest problem is, and Dustin and I talked about it a little bit, his point is, we don't need any more taxes in D.C. We don't need any more revenue. What you need to learn how to do is spend your dollar wisely, like they expect us to do.
Be fiscally responsible.
If we
for
gave you $1
yourself.
trillion in tariff money or tax money this year, and you find a way, because you should be able to find a way. I know it's going to hurt because we've had decades of free junk, pork, they call it. So if you had $1 trillion and you found a way to make that $1 trillion work and you didn't go over that budget, then you were successful. The minute you go over that budget, then what you're leading by example. Then you're telling the American people, go buy that house that's too expensive for you. Go buy that car that you can't afford. Do this and do that. Spend. And when you spend too much out of your means, then ask us for help. Well, they're not there to help you. That's not the federal government's job. We don't need more taxes. We need more accountability with the monies that they already have.
Yes, you just said it best there. And
if I got $1,000 in my wallet and I need $999 worth of groceries or bills that week, I can't write a check for $1,001. No. It doesn't work that way. But for some reason, we, the people, have allowed our politicians to work in that fashion.
That exact manner in order to write checks that we don't even have anymore.
And then both parties, and this is why we, the people, need to stand up, because I'm tired of both sides doing it, because they both stand up and say, oh, we pay too much money in interest alone. Well, you jerks are the ones spending our dollars. And then it goes to the back of the line as far as importance level, because these made up topics from the media, Trump collusion, or even back when Clinton was with, cheating around on his wife. Anything they can do to make sure that you're not paying attention to the real things that are going. The most important thing we got going on in this country now is our national debt. Number 2 is our security. And both of them are crap. But they don't do anything about it. They don't talk about it. And here you got a leader that's trying to do something, and they're still wanting to talk about, no, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about collusion.
Well, let's throw this hand up here so you're looking at this.
And we can reach
this
around.
left hand
Smoke and mirrors. Look, we're doing it with Biden right now.
That's the essence of government, or even if you take it down, like I've been in unions before where it's like you look around and you're like, that guy talks pretty good and he could represent us and to get us the best deal with the company, and it's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be the government are supposed to be the people that represent you, but nowadays they come up with their own ideas. They're against mainstream. They pitch on you that you don't deserve a gun or something while they stand there with protection. And
Cheryl Pacola just makes a point that we all hear, we all say it all the time. Too much foreign aid going out along with other crap. The foreign aid leaving this country on a yearly basis is 193 times more than what Trump asked for the wall. I mean, just consider that we are still giving monies to our enemies.
Or to rebuild what we went in.
I have a question at Patriot Hour Mike. We know this is happening at the border, so why aren't we taping it live to do a show so the naysayers that say it ain't really happening? They got videos of it leaking out. There's videos of people crossing. We know that.
We could go to the border.
You just said it, the why, or that's what's the biggest hit in the face lately is that we have sent our troops all over this world in the last 50 years, take our tax dollars and built up probably 6 to 7 other countries' border. Mexico's got a pretty strong fence.
And that was okay. They even voted yes on it.
Yes. But
now it's our turn to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
No, it's too much money.
And they're talking about Venezuela getting $4 billion sent to them. 58 billion went out for foreign aid this year. At the same time, we couldn't get, the $5 billion Trump wanted for the wall was asinine. But 58 billion go to foreign governments.
They're sending $4 billion to Venezuela.
They're trying
to help out what?
Well, and here's what
they're broke. They're
because they're a socialist country.
Yeah,
and here's what happened.
And we've already given them. When you give them money, it just gives their government another year and a half.
To keep doing exactly what they've been doing.
I've been wrong for a long time. I now realize that not all the time is it monetary. There's a lot of times that we bypass the governments, and there's charities and there's foundations in these countries that we send monies to, and or like Venezuela, it's not as much as it is money as it is billions in supplies and food, because these people are starving. So we've shipped that stuff down there. We're trying to truck it in,
but the
government's troops are standing at the borders and at the gates, not letting that stuff in, and then they're burning the
trucks that we watched and stuff.
And we've actually seen where troops of the supporting regime have dropped their weapon and ran over and got with the protesters, because they're starting to hit home. But it's not always that our government just gives cash away. I mean, it does happen a lot, but we are sending billions and billions of dollars worth of
food
stuff,
and supplies.
Right. And I'm okay with that. But what I'm not okay with is you got to take care of home first for a while. We've reached a point in history where it's okay to be a little selfish and say, if I'm going to be top dog and everybody always wants our help, I have to take care of me first so I'm able to help. It's almost like running a household. If I turn into nothing or become lazy and just sit down, my entire family suffers. So
we have to go down all these ideas with AOC on in 12 years the world's going to end, and you have to think like, okay, it's going to end. I would like to say if we keep taking all of our tax dollars and pumping it out and the rest of the world gets built up and then we become third world-ish and no jobs, and then we all try to run out of here to other places, they're going to turn us away quicker and crap. We're like, well, my tax dollar built up your country, and
be like, sorry, we don't have the money to help you.
Yeah. That was yesterday's news.
Yeah.
You think,
why are you bringing up old stuff?
If you think for 1 minute our enemies care about us, now, and here's my other problem that I learned from as a late teenager into my 20s. I was also wrong back then. I fell victim to the 9/11, so I full of hate, anybody that was brown from overseas, right? Well, here's what I do know. and I hope everybody agrees, you have two political governments, right? And their government, and I don't care which country you pick. Let's just say it's Germany and United States. That way, we're not being too hateful. What if the Nazis were saying, Hitler was saying, hate the Americans, hate the British, hate. Well, their people hear that all the time, so they start thinking they're supposed to hate us. When really, in fact, 99% of the people are probably really good people. They just want health care. They want to send their kids to school. They want to feed themselves, and they want a job. And then you come over on our side and you hear after 9/11, hate Muslims, hate Muslims, hate Muslims. And I'm here to tell you probably 99% of Muslims are really good people. But our youth hears this, and then if it's in your ears and in your eyes all the time, you develop this hate when really we know for a fact that the majority of them, our soldiers come home and go, the majority of them are pretty decent people. They just want a job. They want to go to work. They're just scared because of the local caliphates. So you have politicians and governments that create wars. You and I don't start wars. Nobody listening right now starts wars. It's arrogant jerks in office that are just playing this cabal game, and we're all the victims. And sooner or later, that's going to hit the fan, and maybe one day, like Lenin said, we'll all see that.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll just unite as a people as one and just tell all the politicians, not rich people, we'll tell the politicians and the power-hungry people to get bent.
The overseers, as they like to.
I mean, humans want love. Love is easy. You're born to love. You have to learn to hate.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right. That is right. All right. That was a good one to end it on. We can end it on this Trump-felled video.
Oh, yeah.
Any
again,
words? Go ahead and...
Yeah, I'm going to warn them again.
Disclaimer on it real quick. Yeah.
This is a... if we were ESPN, I'd say this is a Mike and Mike disclosure, but this is a Mike and Scott disclosure. Patriot Hour, Dustin sitting here. If you're too conservative at heart and you get offended easily with some inappropriate language, as soon as we say goodbye, shut it off. If you're in for a really good laugh for the next couple of minutes, stay on. Remember, this is just pure fun. And I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah. Again, not the creator of this, folks. I'm just going to play. It's about 3 minutes. It's funny. It's a clip off of kind of like Seinfeld, but yet done up with the Trump bobbling heads. All the naysayers.
South Park voices. Yeah.
The left. It's pretty. Goes along with the Russia delusion.
So sick and tired of hearing.
All right, it's Friday. Have a great day. I forgot to record this. I got a little bit of it recorded, but you guys saw it. Maybe after it post completely to the Patriot Tech, I can grab it and get it over the Patriot Hour for later tonight, like I did last night. I'd like to do that again. But all right, have a great Friday. God bless, and buckle up for this.
So how are we gonna get Trump impeached?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Excuse me, do you serve Indian food here? Nah, we just serve chicken and waffles.
We gotta think of something.
I know. I just can't think of anything right now.
Well, we gotta do something.
Hello, Jerry.
Hello, Beto.
Well, did you find anything out about Trump?
No, nothing. We couldn't find a thing. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Well, we gotta think of something. We're running out of time.
Do you honestly think I don't know that?
I don't know, do you?
All right, so I came up with a good idea.
Okay, let's hear it.
In order for us to impeach Trump, he's gotta do something crazy.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna have to do something real crazy.
So I was thinking, what if you could get Trump to grab you by the pussy?
Oh, yeah. I could get Trump to grab me by the pussy. Oh, yeah.
Jeez, Nancy.
Sorry, it's been a while since his pussy's been grabbed.
Well, maybe if you took a shower.
You want to talk, Mr. I comb my hair with a shoe?
I don't comb my hair with a shoe. I comb it with a balloon. Mueller, how's that report coming on Trump?
It's coming together.
Coming together? It's been 2 years, Mueller.
2 years and you don't got nothing on Trump yet?
I've got a lot of papers.
He's got a lot of blank papers.
Well, find something out. We gotta impeach Trump. We're running out of time.
I'm trying my best.
You need to try harder.
Yeah, wipe that smile off your face and try harder.
I will. So did Bernie talk to you about trying to get Trump to grab you by the pussy?
Oh, yeah, I've been lubing up just in case. Nancy, why would you lube up? Oh, I don't know. What if he grabs the pussy and he likes the pussy? He's not supposed to like it, Nancy. He's supposed to grab your pussy, and then you call the cops. Well, just kind of let nature take its course. Nancy, in order for us to impeach Trump, he's got to grab you by the pussy, you call the cops, and then he gets impeached. All right, please.
No time for love. We're running out of time, Joe.
Yeah, we are running out of time. I'm supposed to be meeting a 12-year-old girl here, so let's wrap this up.
Joe, this is serious.
I am being serious. We need to hurry this up. She's coming soon.
The food here is the bomb.
Ain't nothing but chicken and waffles, girl.
I used to work for the FBI. Now I'm eating in a diner. Our only plan right now is to have Trump grab Nancy by the pussy.
I'm gonna be grabbing some pussy here in just a few minutes.
Are you taking this serious at all?
Oh, I'll be taking it very seriously. 9.5 inches seriously.
Gross!
It's legal with Sharia law.
So do you think Nancy's gonna be able to pull it off?
I don't think so. Trump's pretty smart.
You're right, Trump is pretty smart. What if we practiced?
Practice? You mean like for a play?
Yeah!
Okay.
When I said practice for a play, I didn't mean we had to get dressed up.
Sorry.
All right, Jesse, just like we rehearsed. Two white guys jump out of the bushes.
Nancy, Bernie thinks that we need to practice what you're gonna do to Trump.
Okay, let's practice.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm just going to slowly open up my robe. Then I'm gonna say, hey, Mr. Poopy Pants, you wanna grab my pussy?
You know what? We need to come up with a new plan. This isn't gonna work.
Well, since we're not going to anymore, would you like to grab my pussy, Beto?
No, no, no! Hey, Chuck, Mueller finished his report today. Last one there's a rotten egg.
You're on. Ew, what smells like Nancy's pussy?
Why am I fully erect right now?
Hey, Uncle Barack, Aunt Michelle, what time are we gonna get my charges dropped?
Quiet, Jesse, that's our secret.
Hiya, 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 hiya.
Oh, look at all the little girls around here.
Yeah, I don't even know what it's like to have a penis.
Well, now we're screwed. Bernie's plan didn't work, and the Mueller reports came back to be just one giant witch hunt.
Seems like we're never gonna be able to impeach Trump.
Yeah, it looks like Mr. Poopy Pants wins again.
Well, all this trying to impeach Trump has really got me hungry.
You guys want to go get some soup?
I could go for some soup. Some pussy soup.
Free soup for you.
Free soup for everybody.
Hell yeah.